On June 27, 2017, a devastating malware spread through the world's infrastructure. In Kyiv, Ukraine, ATMs stopped working. Scientists monitoring radiation at the old Chernobyl nuclear power plant watched as their computers failed. Across the ocean, American drug manufacturer Merck halted production of the vital HPV vaccine. The Danish shipping giant Maersk was forced to shut down 17 of its ports worldwide. In Australia, a Cadbury factory had to stop producing chocolate. Behind this unprecedented attack was a single sophisticated hacking group known as Sandworm, a unit of Russia's military intelligence agency, the GRU. Their weapon of choice? NotPetya, the most devastating malware attack in the history of the internet. To understand the sophistication of Sandworm before they launched this catastrophic attack, we need to go back to 2015, amidst the ongoing conflict following Russia's annexation of Crimea. On December 23, 2015, a cyberattack plunged 225,000 people in western Ukraine into darkness for up to 6 hours. It began with power company employees receiving emails seemingly from the Ukrainian parliament containing a corrupted Word document. When they opened the document, it appeared incomplete. Clicking to enable the content silently installed malicious black energy malware, giving attackers access to the company's control systems. The attackers then deployed another program called Kill Disk, which erased critical files and made it more difficult to restore power. Cybersecurity firms attributed the attack to Sandworm, but the attack was just an appetizer for what was to come. 2 years later, on June 27, 2017, Sandworm targeted the world's critical infrastructure. It began 6 weeks earlier when the group infiltrated a small Ukrainian software company that develops MEDoc, the accounting software used by most businesses in Ukraine, much like TurboTax in North America. As described in Andy Greenberg's book, Sandworm, the hackers exploited a vulnerability in the company's content management system, which controlled its website appearance, allowing them to install a backdoor and take control of MEDoc's update servers. When businesses unknowingly installed these routine updates, they granted the hackers access to their systems. The Sandworm hackers then unleashed NotPetya on the eve of Ukraine's Constitution Day, marking the country's break from the Soviet Union. At the Chernobyl nuclear power plant, the site of the infamous 1986 disaster, scientists monitoring radiation levels watched as their computer screens suddenly went dark. When they rebooted, a ransom message appeared that read, "Oops, your important files are encrypted." The message demanded $300 in Bitcoin. But NotPetya wasn't meant for ransom. It was built to destroy data and create havoc. NotPetya targeted the master file table, the system's index of all files on the computer's hard drive. By corrupting the MFT, the computer could no longer find or access any files, rendering the system useless. To make the malware even more destructive, the hackers used tools stolen from the NSA that were leaked online 2 months earlier. One of these tools, Eternal Blue, exploited a vulnerability in Microsoft Windows Server Message Block Protocol, which allows computers to share files and printers over a network. Although Microsoft had released a patch for this flaw, Eternal Blue found and infected unpatched computers. Once inside a system, NotPetya used another tool called Mimikatz to steal passwords stored in the computer's memory, allowing it to access other computers on the network, even those not vulnerable to Eternal Blue. The result was devastating, as the malware spread like wildfire through entire networks. Within 7 minutes of the first computers getting infected at Chernobyl, officials made the decision to shut down over 1,000 Windows machines across the entire site, as described in Andy Greenberg's book, Sandworm. At Ukraine's largest airport, Boryspil International Airport in Kyiv, black scheduling screens threw air travel into chaos. The Ukrainian Postal Service, which handles not just mail but money transfers and pension payments for 4.5 million retirees, was hit hard. When orders came to shut down the agency's entire network, over 70% of their computers had already been infected. The director of IT for the Postal Service described the eerie aftermath to Andy Greenberg in his book Sandworm. It was like you're dancing at a disco party when suddenly the music turns off and everything is silent. Everyday life ground to a halt. ATMs went dark. Supermarkets were unable to process card transactions. Subway stations shut down, but the chaos didn't stop at Ukraine's borders. The attack spread to every corner of the globe, crippling companies with connections to Ukraine, like the global shipping giant Maersk. At Maersk's headquarters in Copenhagen, employees watched in disbelief as their computer screens display the ominous ransom message. Maersk employees sprinted through hallways, shouting for colleagues to shut down or disconnect their computers from the network to prevent the malware spread, as recounted in the book Sandworm. But it was too late. In just 90 seconds, NotPetya wiped out 15,000 Windows computers at Maersk. NotPetya infiltrated the shipping conglomerate's systems through the company's office in Odessa, Ukraine, where IT administrators had installed the accounting software MEDoc on a single computer for filing tax returns in that country. Maersk's ships were not directly affected. However, the terminals, the hubs where ships are loaded and unloaded with fruits, vegetables, diapers, and manufacturing parts, were paralyzed, forcing Maersk to shut down 17 of its 76 terminals worldwide. Staff at the company's main IT center in Maidenhead, England, worked around the clock to keep operations running, even sleeping under their desks, as described in Greenberg's book. They even had to purchase new laptops and Wi-Fi hotspots due to the risk of infection. Maersk faced a huge scare upon discovering that all 150 of its domain controllers had been wiped out. These servers manage network access and authenticate users. Without them, Maersk couldn't begin to restore systems or recover data. Fortunately, a lone surviving domain controller was found in an office in Ghana. A power outage had taken it offline before the attack, inadvertently saving it from infection. Maersk reinstalled 45,000 PCs and 4,000 servers in 10 days to recover from NotPetya. Its CEO said the attack cost the company up to $300 million. Other multinational companies also faced staggering losses in the hundreds of millions, including Merck, the American pharmaceutical company, FedEx's European subsidiary TNT Express, and Mondelez International, the food producer behind brands like Oreo and Cadbury. The White House estimated that NotPetya caused more than $10 billion in damages worldwide, as Andy Greenberg reported, making it the most costly cyber attack in history. This dwarfed the estimated $4 billion in damages done by WannaCry, a ransomware attack that had occurred just a month earlier, significantly impacting hospitals in the UK, forcing thousands of medical appointments and surgeries to be cancelled. WannaCry had a built-in kill switch that a security researcher discovered, stopping its spread. NotPetya had no such kill switch and could only be stopped through manual interventions in isolating networks. Cybersecurity experts soon began uncovering the full extent of the attack. Anton Cherepanov, a senior researcher at the leading cybersecurity firm ESET, discovered that the file easyvit.exe, part of MEDoc's accounting application, was responsible for launching NotPetya. The hackers didn't need to trick users into downloading anything suspicious. By compromising a legitimate system, they turned a trusted software update into a devastating weapon. The US, UK, and several allies accused Russia of orchestrating the attack. 1 week after the outbreak, on July 4, 2017, heavily armed Ukrainian police raided the offices of the software company that produced MEDoc, seizing its servers. NotPetya showed us just how powerful code can be. Used in the wrong way, it caused billions in damages. But coding also has the potential to create incredible solutions, from cybersecurity defenses to innovative technologies. If you're curious about coding or eager to make a positive impact, Brilliant's interactive courses cover the foundations of coding and show how it's applied in the real world. I've been spending just 10 minutes a day going through Brilliant's Applied Python course, where you can start building programs right away thanks to Brilliant's drag and drop editor. I really appreciate that Brilliant is so hands-on. You're not just watching videos, you're actively solving problems as you go. With thousands of interactive lessons in math, data analysis, programming, and AI, there's something for everyone in every skill level. Best of all, you can try Brilliant completely for free for 30 days by signing up with my custom link, brilliant.org/newsthink. That's brilliant.org/newsthink, link in the description, or scan the QR code on your screen. By signing up, you'll also get 20% off Brilliant's annual premium subscription, unlocking all of the thousands of lessons. Thanks for watching. For Newsthink, I'm Cindy Pom.